excuse me. Hi.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Good. I saw you on the stage. Would it be okay if I like asked you some
Yeah,
questions?
go for it. Yeah, not a
like,
problem.
so is it okay if I record as well?
Yeah, not a problem. Yeah.
Can we can do it here or just like find a little quiet spot?
Yeah, it's up to you, man. Wherever
Yeah, is
you
that all
want.
good?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like, hi Josh.
Hello.
So you just experienced hypnotism live on stage. You went on stage.
Yep.
Can you like just, I guess, walk me through what was going through your head?
Well, to start with, I was just relaxed, my eyes shut, and then I felt him coming, like to touch my shoulder, my arm. I can't really remember what it was. And I don't really remember what was really weird. Yeah. I'd never done anything like that before.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, I felt my palms getting all sweaty.
Yeah. But so you're having this conscious experience right now, and they're from your senses. Do you agree that like you're having a conscious experience?
Yes.
Yeah,
100%.
Would you also like afford this sort of assumption that I'm having a similar sort of experience? Like it might be a bit different, but I'm having the same sort of experience of reality?
I think so too, yeah. I do think so.
Generally, you'd like to sort of treat, with the consideration of the other person's perspective or other being's perspective, you would try to treat them the way you want to be treated and things like that, the golden rule sort of stuff?
I always try to either put myself in their perspective or in their shoes, or if I'm trying to explain something to someone else, I'll do my best to explain it how they would sort of come across it.
Yeah, perfect. Do you think that consideration ought incorporate others that are not human? So like dogs and...
To an extent I do. I do believe dogs are definitely, I think there's a lot of animals that have that same sort of capacity. I guess of belief or understanding.
I'll just give a hypothetical and then we'll just see. So you're walking down the street and you do see a dog and there's a man there and the man's abusing the dog, like hurting the dog, kicking the dog, whatever. And you have like three choices. So you can try and stop the action, you can be neutral and walk past, or you can...
stop it straight away.
Yeah, so stop it straight away. Yeah, okay.
I don't like any abuse at all.
Yeah.
Especially towards anyone or anything that can't defend themselves.
Yes, good. So you consider their perspective, and you enough to have empathy for their any harm, plights.
I've got 5 cats.
Nice.
We all those through
rescues.
Rescues.
Nice. Cool.
I've even had a couple off the streets myself. Which I've raised and they've gone their separate ways, or given them to friends or whatever. Dogs is a different sort of story because I love my Rotties. You've got next to no chance of finding one of those at a pound or something because they get snapped up really quickly.
Of course.
My last 2 dogs I've got a 13-month-old Rottie now. She was they were going to breed her and show her, but she wasn't pretty enough to show, so they kind of didn't really have any reason for her.
And so you took her.
And it's the same with the previous dog I had before her. I had him for 8.5 years. He was a year and a half when I got him. He was my best mate, and I got him through her.
Because they're so innocent. They're so present. They don't all this spiritual stuff. They don't like they get it by default. You know, it's like they don't need all this shit. So So obviously there would be some emotional intelligence, I think, there for a dog that may not be present in other animals, but do you see a significant difference between, say, like a dog and like a cow or a pig, the animals we farm, like the animals?
No, not really. So I can see if you were talking about food wise, I wouldn't go off and eat buy a dog steak or something. But I've been to Vietnam and all that sort of stuff, and I love the culture. I love everything to do with that. I still appreciate the life forms because they're still alive.
Like they still deserve
respect.
Still there. There's still a being there. They may be dumb.
They're still a sentient being. They still deserve love and respect. Well, I wouldn't go and buy a steak from someone that mistreats your animals. I would 100% go out and spend $50 more.
And try and get
just
like
to make sure that
free range sort of
they've
stuff.
had a good life.
I mean, obviously there's like, so the culture side of it, there's things like female genital mutilation and things that are cultural that I don't agree with.
That's bloody ridiculous.
And so I think that the if someone says that is okay because of their culture, like I understand the perspective, like that's all they know, all that. But from my perspective, my bias, right, my programmed perspective, I would say that's like no consent, it's harm, unnecessary harm. Things like that, and I would then go back to the idea of like killing a cow or a pig as the same sort of concept of just unnecessary harm. Do you think that there is, like you said, you can differentiate between like a cow and a dog, sort of, that changes the perspective? Is it possible for you to like describe what that is, like what that? How
would I describe it? I guess if I get down to it, I guess realistically it would probably just come down to how I've grown up in the sociality.
What you're told.
Cows have always, it's always been a food source. And whereas dogs or whatever, they've always been a companion.
And I'm the same. We're all just a product of our conditioning, environment. So I agree. But then, do you think that maybe? Do you think it's possible that you would in the future decide to try not to fund those industries, or is that not something, like, is it something that you would consider? Or
I wouldn't go out of my way to fund them, but I couldn't not eat meat. I actually I don't eat a lot of red meat. It's mostly chicken and fish. That's mainly to do with my missus. She doesn't eat red meat or pork or anything like that. It's just easy to make one meal rather than two.
Of course.
But I think we're in a time where, to me, honestly, I like meat too much. And as like I said earlier, as long as the animal has been treated respectfully, and they've had, what life they have had is a good one. To me, I feel like that's okay. Okay.
Do you think that an animal that lives a good life and then is killed versus a factory farm, like horrible conditions, do you think that like the one that has a good life, that they have more investment in their life, more reason to want to live? Do you think that it's okay to kill them because you gave them a good life?
Well, no, I don't think anything really makes it okay. But I think it all comes down to they're there for a reason, and that reason, the only reason they are there is for our consumption. So we bred them. They wouldn't be there in the wild. They wouldn't survive in the wild.
They wouldn't.
If we weren't even eating meat, or there wouldn't be these free-range farms or anything.
A lot of them, so they wouldn't even exist, right? They're like selectively bred, and So I
think it's kind of like a win-lose situation sort of thing.
Do you think that like the enjoyment you get from it makes it okay? Is that?
Well, I enjoy the taste and the flavour and the different cuisines, and I guess also the bonding times. I've got
family, cult.
That is a big part of it. And like I said, I don't think anything really makes
the actions
okay. I don't think really killing things. There's nothing you can do to justify making anything okay. But whether it's okay versus a necessity, or just because you could doesn't mean you should.
Do you? Perfect. Sort of but do you think you do need to? Do you think that's
I think to an extent, yes.
Okay.
I think to an extent we do need meat in our diets. From the get-go, we've always
done it for sure, and we definitely needed it in the past.
Hunters and collectors, right? So we've all come from somewhere. Yes, we're getting into a society now where it's probably not as needed, or there's different supplements you can bring in to sort of.
We have more knowledge now. We have more accessibility, all that sort of stuff. Okay. So you do think that like if you don't have those alternatives or those options, that it is a necessity. But if in today's world, like now, do you think that it would be possible to be healthy eating plants?
It definitely is possible to be healthy eating plants and on a plant-based diet. But there are also exceptions to that, whereas there could be people with medical conditions or sorts of conditions where they don't get so people with thyroid issues, they don't get certain proteins or vitamins come through quite well.
So if you had the choice to kill humans, animals, or neither, which would you choose? And do you think your current actions are in alignment with the value that you...
I wouldn't. If I had to kill either, I wouldn't. If I had to, I wouldn't. But it's to survive.
It's just like if it's just your choice, no context, no additional context. Just like you get a button and it's like you kill a human, you kill an animal, you kill no one.
Well, it depends what kind of human it is. Because there's some people out there.
Just random, unknown.
Okay, I wouldn't choose to kill any either. Because that's not me.
I non-violence.
Just like to kill
others
for no reason. Like if I'm going to kill something, I'm going to eat it. I'm going to. I'm not going to just waste something or waste.
So it's okay. Is it okay to kill someone if you eat them?
If it's a touchy subject.
I know. That's
so if I was stuck on a boat in the middle of the ocean, there's just two of us there. There's no food anywhere. Can't catch fish.
Survival.
I wouldn't kill them.
But if they died,
I'd eat them. I've got to survive.
No, I agree. But that's so survival. I agree. Like in this past, 100% we had to do it. So, but you agree that we're not in a survival situation right now. Okay. Yeah. So if you had the choice, you wouldn't kill either.
Kill either.
You have that choice right now. Every time you sit down to eat, I know it's an annoying message. I know it's a shit. I know it. But yeah, right. So that's all. That's all it is. So I just want to try to action reaction, create some awareness and confront people a little bit and just say, look, do we have to do this? Like, do you have another choice? Are you like, if you tell me that our golden rule, if you tell me treat others how you want to be treated, I would just say, is in this instance, do you think you're doing that? Anyway, so I know it's hard. So thank you so much.
That's all right, mate.
It's Josh, right?
Yeah, Josh.
Thank you, Josh. It was really good. My name's Luke.
It is Luke. It is Luke. I was like, it's got to be like.
Thank you.
No, not a problem, mate.